Hey everyone, it's Loomer. Excuse me. I'm at the AC4 booth. I'm here with Damien Kieken, the AC4 multiplayer game director, and Tim Browne, lead game designer on the AC4 multiplayer, I guess.
Yep. Hi.
Hey.
Okay. So I really kind of mainly want to talk about Game Lab since that's kind of the big thing that affects almost everything in AC4. So Game Lab, for those who don't know, lets you modify over, I think, 200 parameters so you can customize and kind of make your own game modes. And I think you start with some base game mode, and then you can modify the parameters. So I thought maybe you guys could talk a little bit about the different things you can modify.
Sure. Well, so I'll start first. Okay. So yeah, we're using every existing game mode that's coming back. We're going to use those as templates. So you start off with an existing game mode like Wanted, like you're seeing on the show floor, and then we say, yeah, but we want to give the power to the player, right? So then you can make tweaks to all sorts of different things. I don't know, let's start off with, as you've seen, we've got 3 different game modes we're showing at E3. We've got Frantic, Purist, and Pistolier. Incidentally, Purist was named after, well, thanks to the community, because they came up with that idea, right? We're doing that to show the power of Game Lab. So you can change game session times, you can change different ability sets, you can force ability sets, you can ban individual abilities, or you can just take out all abilities, all streaks, and things like that. Maybe you want to talk about some of the other?
Yeah, you can change the scoring too, and that's changing everything. So like on the Pistolier mode, we decided to disable melee kills, so no more assassination. And the only way to score is to shoot someone with the gun. So it's really changing the pace and how you play the mode. So you don't want to be too close with your target because he can stun you still, but you want to shoot him. So it's really creating different, like we had situation in the office where you start aiming at your target and your target is running toward you very fast and stuns you in the face before you can shoot. So it's creating reverse situation which are really cool.
Can you disable aerial kills?
So you can disable assassination as a whole.
Yeah.
So if
But not like specifically roofing or anything, right?
If you're not keen on aerial kills, Damien brought up a really good point. We're allowing the players to control scoring, but it's not just going up in divisions of 50s or things like that. We actually allow the player to choose from 0 to 1,000 on every single score. So if you don't like aerial kills, just stick it to 0.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I remember that you made like contested kills 0 in Frantic mode, stuff like that, stuff like that. But it still counts towards your streaks and stuff, but you don't get any points. But yeah, but you can modify like that. That's great.
And you can disable the streaks too. So you can ban some streaks. If you don't want to have the scoring streak, you just ban them, and people can't use them anymore.
And same for perks as well.
Okay, awesome, yeah. So I think the most natural question that comes out of this is, I mean, I'm really excited for this. I think it's great. I'm really excited to see what the community tries out and what kind of bubbles to the top. But I think the biggest question that comes to mind when people hear about this is how does this, when I'm looking for a match, how does it work? Like, do you have a bunch of regular modes and then you have the custom Game Lab modes, and like how do you see what all the different parameters they're tweaking, and how does all that work?
Okay, so first of all, you're going to be sharing it with your friends, and we allow the players to favorite the ones that they like the most. We can't go into everything at the moment. We want some surprises for the future, right? But we track a lot of stats. One of the things we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at particular favorites, ones that keep coming back and back and back, and we're going to make sure that players can play more publicly the favorites, right?
Yeah. We will push the modes that are the most played to everybody, so everybody can enjoy them, and we'll change them regularly. That's the main
so it's something that kind of starts out just among friends and everything, and then eventually the best ones kind of bubble up to the everyone.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Another thing I was wondering about, if you could talk about maybe if you're doing anything else for clan support, like building on anything from AC3. AC3 saw like clan tags implemented, like anything with regarding to that.
Okay, so yeah, we're not talking about clans today. Again, like I say, we've only just shown off Game Lab. We're focusing on Game Lab. We have got stuff to come in the future, but we're not talking about clans at the moment.
Speaking of Game Lab, I think a lot of people are happy to see you can change where the meter starts, and so you can actually make it Brotherhood style if you make it start at incognito, everything too. But then also I noticed like things like acrobatics, hiddens, and grab kills have been changed into multipliers on the base kill instead of flat point bonuses. Like hidden will be double your base kill and things like that, and you can change those as well back to the flat point bonuses. Is that right or not?
Yeah, so we were changing the, as you said, all the scoring thing. So the multiplier is something new. So it's not tied to the game lab. It's just we have revamped the scoring system. So now we are taking in account the context you are in. So if you are hidden, for example, it will multiply your kill by 2 and then add the extra bonuses like the focus one and things like that.
But one of the great things with, again, Game Lab, and what we're allowing players to do is we're not just saying, okay, you can only do multiples. You're doing multiples of 0, so that can negate an entire score. If you say, I don't want you to do a grab kill, I want a grab kill to be worth 0, you can do a times 0 and it will wipe out all the score. And then we're allowing things like 0.5 as well, so it actually halves the score, things like that. So when we say we want to give the power to the player, we really, really mean it, because we know that you can do positives, negatives. We're really excited to see what the community is going to come up with. I mean, we've been playing with it. We've come up with some, well, pretty fun, different modes, but we cannot wait to see what the community is going to do.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, just a couple quick more questions. Just want to say thanks very quickly for moving the ground finish button to circle and B. I think I tweeted about it, and pretty much everybody was like just cheering. I guess very happy. Okay, so just one last question. We'll wrap this up. Whether or not you can talk about it, if you're going to be doing a beta this year, there wasn't one last year, but there was for Brotherhood and Revelations.
So yeah, for the same reason than last year, we won't do the beta this year because we have the next gen to do, and we want to push more content and to do more things on the game. So we have to sacrifice the beta for that. Even if in a perfect world we really like to do a beta, but we won't have a beta this year.
Okay, one last question, kind of building off that actually. Will the next gen see any differences besides just the graphical improvements, like maybe like greater crowd density or anything like along those lines, or better, different AI? I have no idea.
So we didn't really want to make huge changes in the kind of chemistry of the game. So instead you're seeing massive improvements from like the character models. They've got twice as many polygons, texture resolution is much higher. There's some lighting tweaks we're doing, and then there are going to be certain things which we can't talk about that are key next-gen platform-specific things. But those are things that will be coming to the other game, like other games.
Right, like all the sharing, like live streaming and all the
streaming is something big. I think it's really cool that we have the streaming embedded in the new platforms, and I think that will be very useful for you guys to stream your game, to do tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that as well.
Yeah, and there was talk about like the Xbox One having like, I don't know how true, but some article out there said like they'd have dedicated servers for like all games or something like that. That's what they're going to use all this for. Do you know?
Yeah, so it's not something we can answer yet. We're still seeing everything, they are still doing some stuff, so everything is not clear either for us. So we're building on what they offer us, and you will see later this year what we're doing on each specific platform.
All right, great. All right, thanks so much, guys, for your time.
You're welcome.
I'm really excited for it, to see what everyone comes up with. Yeah, great. Okay, so you can find videos of the multiplayer on my channel. Make sure you're subscribed if you want to keep up with more, gameplay videos and interviews in the future. And I guess you can follow Damien at Twitter on Twitter/Damien Kieken, and Tim is Niche N1TCH on Twitter as well, if you want to keep up with these guys. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks very much.
Bye.